QUP's Fashion and Beauty Expert Interview Series. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
You're welcome. We're excited you're here. So to kick us off, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am Tamara Mitchell. I am originally from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised. How I ended up in Nashville, Tennessee is I'm a proud graduate of Tennessee State University. So that's how I ended up here in 2003. And I graduated with my degree in business information systems. So that's IT. I did that for quite a few years, like 2008 until 2015. In the midst of that, I pursued my passion of being a nail tech. I wanted to be a nail tech since I was 11.
Okay.
And
Did you do that in college or did you do that after?
I didn't. I didn't do it in college at all. Like once my mom told me, no, go to college, and then after that you do whatever you want. I literally didn't even think about nails. I got my nails done, but that was about it.
Yeah.
But it was always in the back of my mind to pursue it. So once I got the opportunity while I was working in IT in corporate America, I went ahead and enrolled in nail school, got my graduated, got my license, started working part-time. And then about 4 months into me working part-time doing nails, I got laid off from IT, from my job. So then I just dived full-time into Nail by Tammy. I literally launched Nail by Tammy while I was still working during that 45-day period they gave us after they provided us layoff notice. So I launched my business on January 5th of 2015, which is probably about 15 days after I got my layoff notice.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
It's amazing how the world or just everything seems to just work out like it's supposed to.
Yes. It just aligned at the perfect time. I was trying to think of a plan on how I could quit corporate America and do nails full time, but I couldn't come up with anything that wouldn't leave me homeless. So I just left it alone and was like, you know what, God will work it out. And
and that's what happened.
Yeah. He worked it out. So that's how I landed being a full-time nail tech. It worked out. And so I know how to do everything, but I niched down to acrylic nails. That's something I've always loved. That's what made me fall in love with nails. So I niched down to that, and I just focused on, doing luxury acrylic nails, and that's what I primarily do now. But I have recently branched off into coaching. I started educating in about 2018, meaning providing continuing education classes. So I'm not a licensed instructor, but I teach you my techniques that have worked for me in the industry. So, so yeah.
So for you're a coach, and when you're talking to people that are just getting into the industry, what sort of advice would you say because you have a lot usually when you look back and go, actually, this would have been some good advice to have had. What would you give them?
So usually my first piece of advice is, you want to invest. So you want to invest into your craft, master the foundation. So master the foundational knowledge. So, you get a little bit of it in school, but you don't get enough to be a master. So when you come out of school, it's just like college, same thing. You have to come out in the real world and really hone in. And so there's so many aspects of nails, but the most important thing is the foundation of the work itself. So that's usually what I tell people is like, focus on that. And also be willing to invest the time, the money, the sacrifice, like practicing religiously. You just have to be willing to put in the time on the foundation, and all the other things will come.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're excited to hear about this business that you're starting. Yes. So can you tell us a little bit about this business you're launching and what you're doing?
Yeah. So it's essentially an extension of Nail by Tammy, tapping in more to the education on the business side. So it's a next level nail tech membership. Essentially, that's the name of my coaching or my mentorship. And so now I'm starting an online community for nail techs who are like-minded and ready to go to the next level. So not just knowing the technique or the foundation of your technique, but the foundation of business. We get so, as creatives in general, we get so stuck on just performing the service or doing the craft that we forget about all those other aspects that, you know, Walmart does, McDonald's does, you know, all the business aspects. So, and a community is really the thing that allowed me to see that side of the business and implement it into my own business. I had a very successful year last year, and joining a community was one of the major things that helped me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me create a community for the nail techs. So that's what it is. It's going to be an online monthly membership where you have like live trainings monthly, plenty of digital or video trainings, 24-hour access to that. I'll have different people come in the group and talk about different areas that I'm not per se an expert in, but I know are key integral pieces into growing your nail business. So what
a great opportunity for people. Great opportunity. Because community is everything. It really is. I mean, we can do a lot alone, but when we all come together, it's sort of the example with salt, you know, like I had someone telling me about this the other day. One grain of salt doesn't do much, but if you have a lot together, you can melt ice, you know, preserve meats. Like there's all these things you can do. And that really is true when it comes to anything that we do, even as people.
And I tried to do it on my own for so long. And I'm like, you know, it took me about 7 to 8 years to really, you know, really get out of my own way. And so I'm like, man, if I could create a community, or, you know, if I could just help, no matter what way it is, if I could help my nail techs like get on board a little sooner than I did, and it doesn't have to take you 8 years to realize like 2 is better than 1, you know? So it took me a long time to get out of my own way, get over myself, and, you know, this whole solo complex, like want to be able to say I did everything on my own. Like, yeah, that doesn't work. You can get further ahead quicker when you come together with people that are like-minded and people that have already done what you're trying to do.
For sure. And I love that you're offering business support because there's so many facets of business, and it is hard to know what to do in all those areas.
Exactly.
So it sounds like you've had a lot of success as a business and doing what you do that you can bring to the table for other people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's great. Yes. So what can someone expect if they come to your webinars and they're being a part of this community? What is it that they would expect working from you? Working with you.
So one is really one of my big things is social media. So you're really gonna learn like how to utilize social media strategically, and how to market strategically, utilizing social media, but also utilizing ways off of social media as well. Also content creation, how important that is. But yeah, really just having structure and strategy and being consistent. That's going to be one of the main things. And then when I do any webinars on like technique, like actually, you know, doing acrylic nails or anything, my biggest thing is foundation. You know, the nail art and all that is cool. Like my shirt says the foundation queen. Like that's
I love that.
People know like that's my thing. Because you know, the nail art and all the extra stuff, you know, it's cool, but if your nails don't last, if they're popping off, I mean, what does it really mean if I've got all this art but the nails only last a week? So so the structure and the foundation is something that a person is definitely gonna know. By looking at my Instagram, you're gonna know that. I know how to do everything, but my focus and my authority is in foundation.
That's great. Which is the most important piece. It really is.
Yeah. I think of anything.
Of anything, any craft, it's the foundation that matters. Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, do you have any life words of wisdom you'd like to share?
So I say this all the time. You have to do something you've never done to get where you've never been. And so one thing I am challenging myself on this year is getting out of my comfort zone. That's what helped me have a successful year. Last year, I got out of my comfort zone. I told myself at the end of 2020, 2021, that I'm getting out of my own way. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna have to do some things that maybe I don't want to do, but I know I need to do because I'm trying to go somewhere that I haven't been, and I want to be able to take people along with me.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yes. And I think you're providing an opportunity for people to do that. So,
Yes.
being a part of your community that you're starting and getting people together, and it's a great chance for people to get out of their comfort zone and do it with others at the same time.
Yes. And I actually, a part of that community building, I actually do a monthly nail tech link up event here. It's free to attend. It's informal. It's not a class. We just, just sisterhood coming together, the nail techs locally. If you want to come from other places, you can. But just a free event. No, just very relaxed. I'm a very chill person, relaxed. So yeah, just a chance for people to come and connect, swap stories. We all go through different things as business owners, and but the nail techs, we know, like we know what each other go through. So just a very chill environment for people to come together. So I do that every month, and the next one is February 20th.
Okay. And do they RSVP
So they go on Eventbrite to register. It is free, but I use Eventbrite to register to keep up with the attendance count.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well, it's been such a pleasure chatting with you. You have
Likewise.
so many amazing things happening, and I love that you're taking all this like really successful experience, not only at your craft of what you do, but also building a business, which you've successfully done, and taking that and sharing it with others. So it's just amazing. And I'm excited about your business and the new things that are launching this week. And we can't wait to see more. And to our listeners, if you would like to learn more about Tammy or book an appointment or attend her events and go see her, you can learn more about her at QUPstyle.com. The link is listed in the comments of this post. Thanks again so much for joining today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.